Hello, Artur. How are you today?
Hello, I'm okay, and you?
Doing well. Welcome to Amá CONVERSA. This is episode 11, airing February 16th, 2021 on Mardi Gras. We're talking today with, to me, he's like the king of Carnaval. So it's only fitting that the episode airs on Mardi Gras, which is Carnival Day. So, Artur, can you tell us a little bit of where you're originally from? And because I know you are an immigrant, so can you talk a little bit where you're originally from and where do you live now?
Okay, so I'm originally from Freguesia de São Bento, Conselho de Angra do Heroismo Terceira. I immigrated to Canada. I live in Mississauga, Ontario, which is a city about 40 minutes west of Toronto. I've been here for 23 years, 20,
Wow.
almost 24.
Nice. Okay. So, when did you begin to be involved with Carnival? Did you begin in Terceira or did you start in Canada?
No, it began in Terceira. Since I was 7 years old, I started learning how to play guitar. And since then, I was involved always in Carnival. Then I stopped for a couple of years there. And then when I came to Canada, I started all over again. I started here in 1997 and haven't stopped since then.
Wow, 1997 to now.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a long, long time. And also here I have in the notes that not only that you've been involved as far as being a musician, but you have also been the mestre for Carnaval and you are the instructor for the Grupo dos Amigos de Carnaval de Toronto that you established in 2008. Is that correct?
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
So I
So you're
started
the
this
match for
group.
that. How many dances have you been a part of, you would say?
I lost the count.
Really?
Before used to be, well, here in Toronto, we do dancers, Carnival and Easter. So
Okay.
it's twice a year. I don't do Easter anymore. I stopped because it was too much work in a very short time.
Yes.
But Carnival, yes, since 2008, I put a group together. Most of the people, the original people, still with me. Some,
Wow.
some
That's
come,
impressive.
some goes, yeah. But I still have some of the originals from day one.
Oh my gosh, that's really different because here in San Jose, for example, we have a lot of different groups. We have plenty of groups, I should say. And a lot of those people are not originals. You know, they've moved around or they've tried different groups, which I totally, hey, do whatever you like to do. But that's really impressive when you have some of the same people that started the group with you. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's almost like
A
a
family.
family. Yeah,
Yeah.
I call them my dancer family all the time,
Aww.
and I tell them that I love them, and like we're very united. Let's put it this way.
Wow.
It's
That's
yeah,
beautiful.
it's like it's probably not sure if it's one of the oldest groups around,
Oh, wow.
but yeah, since that time that we've been together, we done a lot of projects since then.
That's fantastic. And you guys should feel really proud because I don't think a lot of people could say the same for themselves. So that's very, very impressive. And also, I know that you've also been president in various years to the sport club Lusitania de Toronto. Is that correct?
That's right. So I started going downstairs there in '98,
Oh, wow.
and then I started getting involved in the club. I became president of the club in 2006 for the first time. Then I became Presidente do Conselho Fiscal, Vice President, and President again. So it was some years on and off. But yes, the last time I was President of the club was in 2012.
Okay, cool. Wow, that's awesome. And can you tell us a little bit about that for a lot of people that have not been involved with direção of different places, different halls? Can you tell us a little bit about that? It's very difficult work, right? Especially if you are the president of the club.
Yes, it's very difficult. It's very hard to please everybody. As you probably know, like in California as well, there's a
Mhm.
lot of politics.
Yes, there is.
And a lot of people that judge us for almost everything you do.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the club is
Mhm.
no longer available. Like it had to close the doors a couple of years ago. People after me became presidents. They try, and they were fighting every single year, try to keep the doors
Oh
open.
wow, so it doesn't exist anymore?
It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh wow.
All the Terceirense clubs that we used to have here, they all
Mhm.
shut the doors already. We used
Oh
to,
wow.
yeah, we used to have Sport Clube Gras and Sport Clube Lusitania.
Mhm.
Even Vitória de Setúbal de Toronto, being a club from the mainland, it was run by Terceirense for a long, long time.
Oh wow.
But yeah, they all stopped.
So what
Yeah.
happened there? Why don't they survive? Is it because the community, the Portuguese community in Canada is getting smaller, or what's happening there?
Well, it's getting smaller in the city of Toronto. Like all the young generations get married, they're moving out of
Okay.
Toronto for further. So it's not easy for them to come, let's say, every weekend to Toronto for the any festas, right?
Mhm.
The older people, of course, are getting older, and they're not able to join us the festas every weekend.
Yeah.
So in that, we then and losing the support that the Madressão needs to keep the doors open like that.
Wow. Okay. And I'm not happy to hear that at all. Do you think the future will be brighter after the pandemic? Do you think you'll see some of these places either come back or new ones open, or do you just see it kind of being a smaller, tight-knit community?
Well, there's a lot of clubs still open, even
Okay.
though they close the doors. So, for example, for Carnaval, we practicing and going out representing Casa do Alentejo de Toronto, for
Okay.
example. There's Irmandades do Espírito Santo from Terceira that we still represent them all the time. So there's still a lot of clubs available as long as the pandemic don't, that's my opinion, doesn't last too long, because I'm pretty sure all these clubs and associations are struggling financially right now.
Yes, that is
They
true.
struggle even in the normal times.
Atmosphere. Yeah.
Yes. So I can imagine how it is right now, because the
Yeah.
expenses probably keep running, rents, all the bills, and no income coming in.
Yeah.
So
It's a
I'm
tough
pretty sure it's
time.
very tough. Yeah.
It's a tough time for sure. Well, I'm going to try to brighten this interview a little bit more. Let's go back to talking about Carnaval. You actually took your dance to Terceira. And not only that, you took your dance to my neck of the woods. You took your dance to California. Can you talk a little bit about the places you've taken your dance and when did that take place?
Okay, so in 2011, we went to California.
Wow.
Uh, yes, we went to the Portuguese band of São José.
Yes.
I think
That's in
you guys
my
call.
neighborhood.
I think it's called a Banda Velha, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's sing.
Yes. So yeah, we went straight there. They the ones who invite us, and they took care of us the whole time.
Beautiful.
I loved the group. Loved California. Like I still remember one hall. I don't. I think it was Agustin.
Gustines, yes,
Agustin.
yes,
I think that's the one. It was when the curtain opened. So
yes.
we're here in Toronto for just a quick review. We have tables and chairs in the halls.
Okay.
In California, you guys have the Terceira way. There's no tables, it's all seating area. So
Yes.
I was expecting when the curtain opens to see 100, 200 people in a hall, and it was over 700 people.
I believe it. I believe it.
Like, so, oh my God, this is Terceira all over again, because I still had an idea how the dancers were in Terceira. So,
Yes.
before I came here to Toronto. That was amazing. Like the people in California was amazing. It was like I kept telling my group, like this is the second Terceira. Like if you have no,
Oh,
because they never been in dancers in Terceira. So I said, if you guys want to have an idea what's Carnaval in Terceira, this is an idea on what's
Oh,
Carnaval.
wow, I did not know that. So it just feels a little bit different when you do Carnival in Canada then, as far as being California, Canada, totally different experience.
It's different. Yes,
Oh,
it's very
wow.
different. Yes, smaller halls. There's only 2 days that we perform. In California, we perform 5 days, if I'm not mistaken, like different
Wow.
cities.
Mm-hmm.
We drove a lot. We
Yeah,
were
I'm sure,
very,
'cause we
very
have the
tired.
towns all spread out, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
because every time we finish performing, we still have to come back to San Jose because we were sleeping in a hotel there.
Oh, so
So
no
by the
matter
time
where
we
you
reached
ventured off to,
the
you still had to come back to San Jose.
yes, yes.
Okay.
So by the time we really got into the hotel, was having breakfast and going to bed in the
Yeah,
morning.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
And then in 2015, we decided to go to Terceira.
Wow.
And that was the top. Like
Wow.
it was a great experience. Our group was very proud of them. They support me 100%. That was a dream that I had. And as soon I mentioned that to them, nobody said no.
Of course, right?
So yeah, it was a total of 26 people, the group that went to Terceira.
Wow, okay. And so what did you guys have to do in order to make that dream a reality? How did you make that happen?
We have to do some parties to raise some money, fundraisers, and sponsors. We have to ask for sponsors, and that's how it happened. Like of course, we still had to pay money from our pocket, but mostly was from the parties that we did and sponsorships.
Fantastic. Congratulations to you guys. I got a chance to see one of your dances. And the thing that stuck out to me the most is that you are very passionate about it. You can tell right away that you love it. I know that you try your best to maintain the Terceira traditions where you live now, which is amazing. And my husband is also from Terceira, and he tries to do the same. You're involved with Carnival. He's involved with bullfighting, and he loves it. He actually wants to go to Canada to do bullfighting, but of course, you know, the pandemic, all of that has come to an end. But back to watching your Carnival video, the thing that stuck out to me was you have a very powerful voice. It's very powerful. And it's actually perfect voice for Carnival. It's the perfect kind of, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just literally the perfect voice for Carnival. And I love the emotion that you put into it. And I know what you're probably looking at me because you probably know what video I'm talking about.
Yes, I know.
I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna go there, but you can tell that you love it. You know, you do get emotional about it. But I think the people need to understand you get so emotional because you went back to Terceira to do that dance, and it was very touching. And I mean, you love Carnival, but that's totally besides the point, because you are not only singing the words, but you are believing in the words that you were saying. For example, like when you said in Portuguese that when you get to Terceira and you smell the air, you know, that it just brings a different emotion and feeling to you. You're back in your motherland. I'm sure it's overwhelming, different emotions coming at you. And so when you're in Carnival, not only do you have to combat the nerves of, like, if you are a more reserved or shy person, I'm not sure if you are, but if you are, it takes a lot out of a person to even be in front of others and sing, especially sing words that are very sentimental. So yeah, in the video that I saw, you did cry, you know, but that was a beautiful thing because you can see that you have a very tight connection with Carnival, with what you're doing, and the way that the audience is receiving you. Because I mean, I know for me, when the audience receives you in a positive way, just like they did in that video, they were like really clapping and cheering for you. It could make you feel so proud at that moment, but then it can make you feel so humble as well because they're loving it, what they're seeing and what they're hearing. So can you talk a little bit about your favorite experience in Carnaval in Terceira when you went back?
Okay, so my biggest was probably performing in my freguesia.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I was born in São
Imagine.
Bento. Junta de Freguesia de São Bento actually invited us to receive us there.
Oh,
So of course I have friends there. I have family. And when the curtains were still closed, and when the person that was presenting the dance mentioned my name and that I was a son of São Bento, and I can hear people out there say, "Oh, Artur," right? So that was the best that you can have. Like
yes.
I love Carnaval. I grew up with Carnaval. Like I spent 10 months preparing my next year's dance. Let's put it this way.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's a
Yeah,
long
I
time.
like to do a lot of with my own, and like it's a complete different feeling. It's but
Yes.
people clapping, standing ovations. Like the music was done especially for me to sing from here to them there,
Got
and
it.
when I sing, like it was from my heart.
So you wrote the lyrics then in that case?
No, not on those ones. No, that
Okay.
those lyrics was actually made in Terceira. It was somebody in Terceira that wrote for me. He's a cousin of mine, and he writes lyrics and he writes dancers as well, right? So he did that. The music
Fantastic.
was done with my group.
That's beautiful. But have you ever tried to write yourself, or you usually get other writers to do it for you, for the group?
I've done it before. I've done once the whole lyrics from the dancer from beginning to the end.
Oh,
It's
wow.
a lot of work.
Oh, yes.
It needs a lot of time, and I was on my mind like, okay, maybe it's not good enough.
Oh,
I won't do it anymore, right?
yeah, I have that
Yeah.
same problem. I'm the same way.
Yeah, it's we never know how people's gonna take it, right? So I rather get done by somebody else, and I can do small changes, like if it's something that I need, even the assumed if something needs to be changed, I can change myself.
Okay, cool.
I can still do
So
something like that.
I know that you play guitar and you said that you started playing when you were 7 years old. Is that a guitarra de terra, or can you talk a little bit more about all the instruments that you play?
So I play I started with the guitarra, portanto, the viola clássica, seis cordas, right? 6-string classic guitar. And then after that, a couple of years later, I started learning how to play viola de terra. Portanto, que é a viola regional da Ilha Terceira, de 15 cordas. And most of it's modas regionais, modas de folklore. Yeah. So I forgot a few of them because the time doesn't allow me to spend practicing, but
Yes.
I still can do some. And I have a guitarra de fado that once in a while I grab her and I try to play some fudge.
Oh my
But
God.
not easy. That's not easy. Completely different than a viola de 15 cordas, that's for sure.
So when did you start practicing fado guitar? When did that all come about?
It's been probably about 3 years. I always wanted to have one, and I found one for sale here in Toronto, made in San Miguel. Like
Wow.
it's actually handmade, made there, and the person wanted to sell it, and I negotiated and negotiated until the point that I got it. So I still have
Fantastic.
it. Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's good to know. So you must start practicing more because I hope to go to Canada one day. And maybe you can accompany me if I ever get to sing some fathers there. That would be pretty cool.
I would love to. I would love to. I don't think I'll be good enough for that, but
Oh,
who
please.
knows? Now, let's first see you here in Canada, and then we'll talk about.
Yes. I've actually never been to Canada,
You
but
have to come.
I really am curious about it. That's for sure. I'm not really one to be in the snow, but I'm more like a beach person. But I definitely am curious about Canada, and I'm definitely curious about the Portuguese community you guys have there. I want to I love to travel. I love to explore. So after this pandemic, Canada is definitely on my top 5 list for sure.
That'll be good. I'll try.
Yeah.
I'll try everything I can to make you to so you can come here.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. So this, of
Appreciate
course,
that.
this pandemic is not helping us a lot. But I'm pretty sure, like we have pretty good Fadistas here. We have pretty good
Yes.
Fado nights. And I don't think will be a problem for you to come and perform here one time.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
There's clubs that probably will be able to do that. Yeah.
I'm trying to contain my excitement right now, but yeah, I get really excited just even of the thought because we've just all been closed for so long, and it's like I just want to go. I just want. Of course, I'm not the only one. Everyone's probably feeling like this right now, right?
Yes, yes.
But I know we've talked about a lot of your accomplishments, your past accomplishments. But what do you want to do in the future? What are some of your future goals that you would like to achieve?
In terms of
It could be
dancers,
whatever. It could be whatever, like, oh, I want to go to Hawaii or whatever. It could be anything you want it to be, any kind of goal, anything at all.
well, that definitely traveling. Like I really miss traveling. Like I would love to, and I'm planning to maybe an early retirement if everything goes well.
Wow, very nice.
I'm working towards that. In terms of dancers carnival, like I still have three in my bucket list. I'm planning to retire one day from Mestre. I'm not saying I will stop playing. I probably will just start playing guitar, but definitely I want to go one more time to California, one more time to Terceira, and push my last dança de espada.
Wow. Okay. But don't retire anytime soon, right? You still got a lot of life there. Continue. Just keep going. Keep going to the very end.
I'm trying. It's not easy. It's not easy.
A lot of work,
Professional
I'm
life
sure.
and putting everything together, it takes a lot of work, a lot of time. So it's not easy at all. So that's
well, do you have any last things to say to the listeners of AmáCONVERSA? It was a pleasure to have you here today, and I learned a lot of things. You are a very dedicated member of the Portuguese community, not only from Terceira, but in Canada, and I cannot wait to actually meet you in person. Is there anything else that you would like to say for the listeners here?
Well, I'd like to say that's like first of all, congratulate you. This is a great show. I already watched your first two. It's really good. It's a very excellent idea that you had. It was a pleasure to be interviewed by you as well. I'm hoping that we can meet in person as well, either here in Toronto or in California one day.
Yes, that would be great.
Hopefully soon. It won't take too long. And wish you the best for your Fado part and for your show as well.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart. Like, thank you so much. Yes.
No, thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate the time. And thank you so much. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Same to you. Beijinhos.
Beijinhos.